Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with the second update for the Roulette pan collab. This is the 6th round that I'm participating in, but I believe it's the 8th round in total, because as you may know, this was created by Alexi and Rebecca Morgan here on YouTube, and as always I will have them linked below as well as a playlist. But they decided to do 2 rounds, or they started off the project by themselves and did 2 rounds, and then on the 3rd round they decided to open it up for everyone, which is why I'm here doing this video. And I have been participating since the 3rd round, and I'm really excited to be doing it again this year. I'm really hoping that I bring it back for another round next year, because I used to love this project so much. You probably know the rules of this project already, but if you don't know, basically you have 6 products that are rollings, and how you initially pick your 6 products is that you have a list of different prompts and you just randomly generate some numbers and go for a product that corresponds to the prompt that you picked. So that's basically how this product is set up, but I'm not going to ramble on anymore. So before we get into any of the products, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. But let's just start with the first product. So these products are in no particular order. I just have them written down in my notes for the telling, so I'm just going to go in that order. And the first product that I have is this one right here, which I brought in for the prompt something that you have 2 of, so like doubles, dupes, anything like that. And for that I brought in the Revlon Matte Balm lipstick in the shade Complex. I did bring this in because I do have another one of these lipsticks actually. I have no idea how that happened, because I am not really a person that brings in backups in my collection, but I just ended up with 2 of these. I think I must have bought one without realizing that I already own this lipstick, but I don't have too much left of this. I'm just gonna wind it up, but this is what it looks like. So you can see that I don't have too much left, and my goal with this is to use it up. So obviously I'm not there yet, and I'm not too surprised with that. I am gonna show you my progress lines as well as talking about how many times I used this lipstick. So I have my notebook right here, and as you can see, that is my progress. So I am actually quite surprised with the progress, because I only used about half of what I used the month before, and I have a few kind of guesses to why that is, because I actually used this lipstick more this month than I have in the previous update. I actually used this 30 times over the last month, which is great because I did want to use this lipstick more. So the reason why I think I have less actual visible progress is because if you look at the lipstick, there's 2 reasons basically, but if you look at the lipstick, you probably can see that I have rounded the tip up quite a bit, and when I brought this lipstick in, I remember it was completely flat. It was completely flat to the packaging, so I think that is the first reason. And I think obviously I am still using it and there is still progress on it, but it's just becoming more pointy, so the actual highest tip of the product is higher than what the usage shows, if that makes sense. So I think that's the first reason why the progress isn't as good on the paper this month. And then the second reason is because some of the times I used it over the last month, I actually did mix it with a few other things, whereas in the first month I mainly used this on its own. So obviously when I mix it I only use a tiny bit compared to when I use it all by itself. So that is probably why the progress lines aren't as good. I think I have to step up my usage stream a little bit more if I want to finish it up before the finale, because the finale is only 2 months away. We're halfway through, and I still, as you can see, have quite a bit to go. And obviously this year we're not wearing much lip products, or at least I'm not. So that is where I am with this lipstick. It's not going to be done by next month, but I am really hoping to have this done by the finale. The next product is another lip product, and this one is one of the glossy lips from Collab in the shade Finders Keepers. This was just a deluxe size sample, and you got a little sneak peek there, but it's just a tiny bottle. And when I brought this in, it was completely brand new, and I brought this in for a cruelty-free brand, I believe. And as you can see, right there was where I was last update, and it is completely empty now. I took out the stopper and I used up as much as I could. There's a tiny bit left at the bottom there, but the wand doesn't reach it, and yeah, it's just honestly really empty. I'm hoping you can see there. So I scraped absolutely everything I could, and it is finished. I wasn't surprised by that at all. These lip glosses are quite easy to get through, even for me, which isn't really a lip gloss person. And this was actually surprisingly easy to reach for as well over the last month, because lip gloss was just something that was more comfortable to wear when we're not really wearing much lip products, and it was just something that I could throw on around the house and feel a bit more comfortable in than putting on a full lipstick like I'm wearing now, for example. I did use this an additional 25 times in the last month for a total of 45 uses, and every time I reapply it, that is one use as well. So I would say that it takes around maybe 40-50 uses to use up this lip gloss, so again, not too much, and I think that I might have been able to use this up in a month if I wanted to, but since I haven't been wearing much lip product, it did take the 2 months to use it up. But I'm really happy, and this is the first empty that I have in this project. So the next products are all eyeshadows. I brought in 3 eyeshadows in the introduction to this project, and I've been working on all 3 of them. My goal is to hit pan on the eyeshadows, so all 3 have the same goal. And the first product that we're going to talk about is an eyeshadow from Collab, and I brought this in for the prompt Something Yellow. And the eyeshadow I brought in comes from the Aha Honey palette. I do have it now in a single because it's just easier for me to keep it in my C palette that I use every day for like eyeshadows that I'm panning. That are kind of singles or depotable. So that's where I've been keeping this eyeshadow, and I'm going to insert a picture where I was last month. And as you can see, this is where I am today. So I do have quite a big dip going, but I'm not at pan yet. Again, I wasn't really surprised by that because I did have a tiny bit of a dip last month, but these Collab pans are quite deep. They're actually deceivably deep in my opinion, and although, like I said, the dip is getting a bit deeper now, I did not expect to pan on it. So I did use this an additional 5 times, so I have used this actually 11 times in total. And although I don't have pan now, I do believe that I will be able to hit that goal by next update, because I have been finding new ways to use this eyeshadow and kind of be more creative with it. So this is one that I'm hoping to have hit goal on by next update, but I'm not quite there yet. The next eyeshadow that I have comes from my Dose of Colors Francation palette, and this comes from the prompt a product picked by someone else, I believe it was, and my boyfriend actually picked out an eyeshadow in here. So I asked him what product he wanted to get, and he said an eyeshadow, and then I opened up my eyeshadow drawer and he went for this palette, and he then picked an eyeshadow in here. So the eyeshadow that he picked is the shade Just a Kiss, and it's just the kind of light champagne gold in the palette. And as you can see, that is where I was last update, and hopefully you can see today that that is where I am today. This palette is very, very reflective, as you can see, but I'm hoping you can see the pan right there. I did actually hit a tiny bit of pan in this palette, and it only took another 3 uses actually. These pans aren't very deep, and the eyeshadow, at least the shimmers in here, are quite kind of moldable, so they're quite kind of easy to just push around. So I didn't try to dig a hole in it, although I feel like I could have done that. So I tried to kind of get a dip around it as well, but eventually I was able to hit that pan, and I'm really excited to have hit the goal on this eyeshadow as well. And it was a beautiful shade. It wasn't super easy for me to reach for though, because I was panning something very similar in my palette, but I did get 8 uses out of it in total to hit pan, which is quite low even for me. So I feel like these are something that is easy to pan, especially the shimmers and that shade, which is kind of like an everyday shade. So that's great, and I'm really happy to have a pan in this palette now. It's the first pan that I have in the palette, and it's also a palette that I haven't used too much, so it's nice that it now looks a tiny bit more used. And I will be rolling this out and replacing it at the end of this video. Then the next eyeshadow comes from my Anastasia Amrezy palette, and I believe this comes from the prompt Something You Received as a Gift, I believe it was. And this one I got from my boyfriend. He picked it up just randomly as a gift for me. And the eyeshadow that I have in here is the shade Barb, and that is what I have on my eyes today. So it is the shimmery shade that's on my eyelids today. And again, I will insert the picture of where I was last update. And of course my goal was to hit pan on this eyeshadow, and as you can see, I was also able to do so. I actually pan on it today during this look, but I knew I was really close, so I just wanted to focus on this eyeshadow, and it is such a beautiful shade. It is 100% my favorite shade in this palette, and probably one of my absolute favorite eyeshadows in my whole collection. So I was really excited to get some more use out of this and hit pan on it, and again, it is my first pan in this palette, which is really exciting. So we'll be rolling this shade out, and that is the 3rd goal that I've hit over the last month. Then the very final product that I have is my Kiss and Blush from YSL. This is a product that I brought in for the prompt Something with two uses, or that can be used in two places, something like that, or a multi-purpose product. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's something like that. And I brought this in because it is a lip and cheek stain, and with this one I put the lofty goal of using it 100 times, which I am starting to regret a little bit now. I mean, I think I will be able to hit that goal before the finale, but I just wish that I would be able to like kind of move it out and replace in one of the updates, because that's part of the fun in this product, I think. But either way, I'm getting some really good progress out of this product, and it's something that I wasn't really reaching for in my collection anyway before, so I'm just happy that I'm reaching for it now and getting decent use out of it. So last update I had used this 23 times, which is slightly under the 25 uses I have to have per month in order to hit my goal. But however, this month I have used it 26 times, which is over that threshold of 25. So in total I have 49 uses now, which is one less that I've had to have in these last 2 months in order to hit like that halfway mark. So I definitely think that I will be able to hit that goal. It is difficult again because I'm also planning another kind of lip and cheek sale from Benefit in my Partners in Cream, and then also a few lip products. So I can't reach for this as much as I originally wanted to, but as long as I'm kind of standing around that 25 mark each month, I am happy. And again, there's no way I will be able to get this out next update, but I'm again hoping to have hit the goal by the finale. So we have now talked about all the products, so I'm going to replace the 3 items that I'm rolling out, and I do have my pretty random app right here between 1 and 100 because I'm currently working from the long list of products, and I'm going to go ahead and randomize, and the first number we get is number 57. So 57 is actually the same prompt that I had in last month. It's an item from a cruelty-free brand, which is where I put in that lip gloss from Collab. So let's just re-roll. The next roll I got is number 21. So number 21 is a product that you forgot was in your collection or that you forget you own. Okay, so next one will be number 14. So number 14 comes from the prompt a discontinued product. That should be quite easy to find. And then the final prompt will be number 91. So number 91 is a glisser, liquid shadow or pigment. Again, I kind of think I know what I want to pull for that one. So I'm going to go ahead and pick my 3 new items and I will be right back. So I'm back and I have my products, and I'm going to start in the order that I pulled them. So the first product that I got was something that you forget that you own, and this was a pretty hard category for me to do because I am quite strict with having an inventory, and I have most of my makeup in front of me when I get ready in the morning. So yeah, it was quite difficult for me to choose, but then something came to my mind. Something that I always forget that I own are these, which are makeup samples. So this is not all of the ones that I have, but I just wanted to pull in a few of them that I want to use up. So I pulled 2 foundations, actually both of them are the same. So these are the Dior Forever foundation, and this is in the shade light beige, which should fit me currently, so hopefully that will suit me. I also pulled in 2 primers, which is the Makeup Forever Step 1 makeup base, as well as the Sephora smoothing primer, and then lastly I also pulled in one of the Urban Decay primer potion samples in the shade Eden. So these are the products that I want to use up for the category something that I forget that I own, and hopefully I will be able to get through all of these quite quickly. I'm hoping these might be out by next update already, but that is the first products that I'm bringing in. The next product that we had was a discontinued product, and I initially thought I would bring in an eyeshadow, but I'm currently trying to get through my Panda palette and do kind of a last stretch on that, as well as my Panda's eyeshadows before the end of the year, so I didn't want to put that in specifically. But then I thought of this product right here, which is one of the Estee Edit The Edgiest Kohl in the shade Black Viper. I got this ages ago from Sephora, and this is just like a black liner crayon, I guess, and I believe this whole brand is actually discontinued. It was kind of spin-off of Estee Lauder, and yeah, I don't think the brand itself exists anymore, so that's why I wanted to pull this in. And with this product I was thinking about what kind of goal I want to have, because there's absolutely no way that I will be able to finish this up, because I never reach for black eyeliners or black bases or anything like that. So what I decided to do with this product is that I want to use it, should I say 20 times? I was gonna say 30 times, but then I don't think there's any chance of me using it up before next update, and I want to at least have the chance to do so. So I'm gonna put in 20 uses on this because yeah, I honestly never reach for black eyeliner. So I'm gonna put in 20 uses for this eyeliner or crayon, and hopefully I will be able to reach that goal either by next update or definitely by the finale. And then for the final category, a liquid, glitter or pigment, I think. I picked my Stila Glitter and Glow in the shade Diamond Dust. This is my favorite shade out of these, and I actually just revived it because it was getting really dry, and I was initially thinking that I will be able to use this up. But looking at it now, it is quite full again because there was a lot of product stuck at the top of this product. So I don't think I'll be able to use this up, but I'm going to put in a usage goal again of 20 uses on this product, or if I'm at the next update close to using this up, I will continue working on it and try to use it up completely. But for now I'm going to put in 20 uses on this item as well. So that was the update for all of the product, as well as the products I'm bringing in to replace the ones that I hit my goal on. And I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And also, please make sure to check out everyone else who's participating in this project down below in the playlist that I have linked. And also, if you're doing this, please let me know how you're doing down below. But otherwise, I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye guys!